Alright, I said I wasn't going to do another video unless Afterburner could successfully overclock this card. It did. Here we are. So I just nudged it just a second just to see if it would even do it, and it did. So I'm fixing to run this card into the ground. I don't have the Radeon metrics up. Instead, we're just going to use the Afterburner overlay since it's already there. We're looking at 34 degrees. Right now, we're only 100 megahertz over stock on both the memory and the GPU. I'm gonna go ahead and push it till it crashes. I'm gonna do it in, fuck it, 25 megahertz increments. I did it. Hey, that's actually a noticeable improvement in the FPS too. It was hovering below, I want to say around 25. Now it's at 36 already. Who knew? And apparently there's a power limit involved too on this card. And Afterburner will let me bump it by 20%. So let's push this baby up to 1200 on the core. I might try to fault this thing. Oh, it didn't crash. This is like the golden, whatever the fuck this is, R7 350. It says sub-vendor Shenzhen Bitland. Okay. Shenzhen Bitland. You guys look that one up. That means came off the line. I wouldn't doubt if it's MSI or somebody that makes it. Or Foxconn. Sony made this card. Damn, we're at 42. Well, it dropped back down to 32. But temperature still 35 degrees. I don't think that thing can heat up that water fast enough to make a dent in that reservoir, that little mason jar. Which I recommend everybody use a mason jar, because obviously, if it works on this, it must work on your RTX. Just kidding, people. Don't do that. Matter of fact, don't do this at all. Oh, why is our FPS all of a sudden 65 frames? I don't know. It's not like I'm pushing heavy resolution. This is only at 720, but I figured that's all this thing could handle. It's like, whatever I did, it opened it up. I haven't even bumped the memory really much. Alright, well that's 1225. I'm going to try for 1250. I have no idea what this card is capable of. I'm going to have to sell this on Craigslist. NVIDIA Quadro RTX. $5. $12.50 and it hasn't crashed. Alright. Do we hear $12.75? This thing's gotta crash eventually. There's no way. $12.75? Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, we had $12.75. It took a second for Afterburner to pick it up for the OSD. But yeah, it's at $12.75 on the core. I can't remember if that is good overclock for a Oland or not. I want to say Oland is like HD 7750 slash the 240s and 250s when they morphed into those. It's like they rebranded them. And then apparently they rebranded them again into the 340s and 350s. And this is a weird one. It's 28 nanometers. I wouldn't expect the clock speed to go this high for 28 because most of my 28 8 nanometer cards couldn't do much over. I don't think they could really do over 1200. My HD 7850 could just bear. One of the cards, I had two of them. One of them could do over 1200, like it was like 1225 it could bench. The other one could do for 1150. Piece of shit. That was with maximum voltage at it. This thing's doing it with stock voltage. But it's saying over here on ADA the GPU core is 1.2 volts. Alright, we running at 1300 megahertz, 36 degrees. Still running this Unigen heaven loop. Man, I should probably run something harder. But then again, this can only maintain 35, 40 frames per second. It is showing improvement though, still. I might even have to do a full-on benchmark run with this thing. Oh, there it goes. Finally locked up. Alright, so we're going to just call it at 1275 on the core. Is the max overclock, because I am not fine-tuning to get to the last megahertz. AMD bug report. Yeah, don't bug me again, Mr. Bug Report. It's not a bug. This is a human error. This is not a bug, but we're about to find out the maximum memory clock. I don't have high expectations there either, even though it is GDDR5. Alright. Alright, so lock that back in. I'm gonna go ahead and save this profile, save it as 1. So we know that works. And get heaven going again. Man, I remember when heaven first came out. Nvidia had them damn Fermi cards. Oh wow, look at the artifacting. What a piece of shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to probably gonna have to reset this whole fucking thing. Let's see what happens. If you don't have a life and you're still with me, stay with me. And that's probably you people that are watching this video. You don't have a life. Or your life is. This is your life. You can see me in the reflection of the monitor. Ass rock. My login screen. With for Obama. God, I wish he would have grew an afro while I was in office. That would have been the most awesome president ever. When I think about him, he has an afro. He should grow one now. Even still. Get the old GPU-Z fired up. I wonder if I damaged this card already with overclocking. Ain't no telling. If I damaged it, hell, I probably damaged it earlier when I ran it to 100 degrees. Alright, it's not artifacting now. It's running at stock clocks though. I don't know why MSI Afterburner's been giving me the whole we don't want to hook your ass right now. It's only been doing that in the last update. I'm wondering. Seems like he's getting lazy with this shit. This program used to be so fucking good. Now it's just like, man, I don't even use it on my new graphics cards. It's better to use the damn AMD driver. For old ones like this, it's still good. The ones that don't want to overclock, you can make them overclock. Wait, I forgot I have a profile. Profile 1. Apply. Alright. We're not artifacting. We're not crashing. I think 1275 is probably okay on the core. 1300 seized up. Alright. We are already overclocked by 100 megahertz on the memory, but I'm going to go ahead and put it up to, I'm going to jump 50 megahertz. I'm going to go 1300. Now, it might not crash. What we might see is actually a decrease in performance in the FPS. If it gets unstable across that threshold, that's when sometimes it'll just do that. Or it might artifact, or it might just crash out. Some way it's going to give me a FU at some point. Oh, I apologize in advance if I offended anybody with my languages. I don't speak very good English, even though it's supposed to be my first language. Alright, we're going to go for 1350 since 1300 was okay. Oh, it jumped. That might be unstable because it looks like performance is decreased. I can't really tell. Oh, wow. I don't know. In some ways, it's going way up. I'm going to jump it up again, except this time I'm only going to go 25. 1375. It wouldn't be crazy if this went to about 1500 or so. Some of the GDDR5 cards did that. Some of them went to 2000. I guess it all depends. This has got Samsung GDDR5 on it, so it might let me push the hell out of it. It might let me max this slider out. I'm gonna go ahead and go to 1400. I had an RX 570 that had no problem getting a 2100 megahertz on that memory clock. Ended up giving that card to Mr. Robert. Alright, we're gonna go for 1450 because I'm not waiting around. I think. Okay. Alright, let's max the slider out. 1495. Yep. I guess that's the most Afterburner's going to unlock for me. 1275, 1495. You have your max overclock. Now look, temperature did go up a little bit. 38 degrees Celsius, 37. What I'm curious about is if these little memory heat sinks or that VRM heat sink is hot to the touch. I don't have any data on ADA for any of that for this card because it's just not complex enough like my other cards. Newer, better, stronger, faster. So, dare I touch a heatsink? No, not very high. I mean, you can tell it is soaking some heat. But these heat sinks are so overkill that I made. Hopefully I don't knock it off. Good God, this is the one that really is barely on there. Probably causing it worse heat. Yeah, it's just falling off. It ain't doing anything. Alright, what about that VRM? I'll usually burn my ass on these. Actually, it's warm, but it's not hot. Definitely warm. That heatsink is actually helping. It is helping. I bet you if I pointed a fan at it, I might be able to get some more core clock. Um, I want to say that those are also VRMs up there too, maybe for the like the memory. And then you got two over here, so I really don't know. I don't know what the hell those are for. That could be rectifiers. I really don't know. I thought for sure that that grouping of circuits there is the VRM, because that's usually where it is on somewhere around there, even on a piece of crap cards. Except usually they go like that direction. Very rarely you see them go like that, but I have seen it before. So I think that since those are chokes and capacitors, that's got to be a VRM, because also because the amount of heat that it's putting out, like you can tell it's putting out some heat. I'm glad I heat sunk that thing. That's it. I already showed my son. He said, "Huh, well, that's cool." He wasn't as excited about it now, but he's in the middle of playing the game. So that's it. I'm gonna tear it down. I got nothing else to say about this. Other than that, you might see it again on like some bullshit folding rig, like on some BS motherboard that I'm not worried about if water gets on it. Like, yeah, I'm not keeping this card on my good stuff. Believe it or not, this is my best motherboard. So, yeah, my best motherboard only an X470 Tai Chi. So, but I got a few of them. I got a few X. I got more than one X470. So, living large. Ugh. I say it's not about the tools, it's about the hands that use them. I smoked a lot of you guys on that folding. Oh, that was the first time I ever folded. Like for real folded. I had like every graphics in the house folding away. We're about to pull out the damn laptops and shit. Start folding them. Alright, I'm wasting enough of my time, your time, and even, I don't know. People see this in 100 years, they're gonna be like, wow, I don't know what this is about, but it is stupid. Alright, signing off.